And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie. How are you?
Man, it's Thursday. We're here. It's cold.
Monday is the new year.
Man.
So I was reading the story, and I was mumbling about this of surprises. You sometimes would have to almost know what an answer is going to be before you ask it.
Yeah.
If you had a girlfriend and I don't know what a plane ticket to Rome would cost, but it would have to be expensive, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It ain't cheap.
It's not cheap.
Not for a Mississippi, Alabama, or Louisiana guy.
Round trip, because you got to come back.
Yeah. Well, he flies over, gets to this, and let me show you the picture here of the scene here of where it was. This is kind of what it looked like from Daily Mail there. He's popping the question as he got on a street corner, got somebody to film it. Will you marry me? You want to guess what she said?
That was her. She wasn't going...
That's right. She said no. How could he have missed? There's got to be vibes, wouldn't you think?
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I'm going to know for a fact. And before I just have that gut feeling. But then, if she cared about him,
she'd have said yes and then broke it off later.
And then told him, says, I really didn't mean that, but I didn't want to make you look like a fool.
Well, it's too late. Now, I've seen it happen on those jumbotrons at big baseball or football events. Yep. So let's put our special guest on the line and force him to answer this as we go to Senator Jeff Tate. Jeff, how in the world did you ask your wife to marry you?
I actually did it. And
she asked you?
No. Okay. Some people may say I chickened out about this.
Yeah.
So full disclosure, you know how you're supposed to ask the father for permission?
Yeah.
Well, we had Mother's Day dinner with the parents at Outback. We're all together. And I put it off. And finally, my wife one day, she was like, why don't we just get married? And it was like, okay, logic. It's like, okay, logic. Okay, well, I can't logically answer why we need to put it off. So anyway, we had Mother's Day dinner that next weekend. And I just asked her father, I said, hey, look, I want to ask your daughter for marriage. You going to be okay with that? And so that may be a chicken way to do it, but I did ask,
Yeah,
and,
well, that's the proper.
Did that. And so that's kind of how I did it. And then a little later that day, we went in front of Oak Grove Baptist Church, and I got on a knee. So
so you got in front of the church.
That's what I did.
All right, Odie, let me turn to you there. What'd you do? You've had a lot of practice at this.
Yeah,
what was your best time?
My best time was... this last time.
That's what I would have said, too. Good answer coming from the choir in the back.
So her daddy's not around, so I didn't have to ask permission.
Right.
And we were sitting there talking one day. And
were you at Waffle House or anything
we were
special?
At the house.
Okay, you at the house.
Nowhere
special. I was trying to get the scene here.
Yeah, we didn't have real big scene.
I can see it right in between the bacon.
Any doubt that there would be a yes, or did you know there'd be a yes?
No, I knew it'd be a yes.
And that's my point with this whole Rome thing. How do you not know?
Yeah, because women normally give off signs like, I don't like you.
If I thought there was just a chance of no, I ain't asking.
You're not even asking, exactly.
It's not going to happen.
And I have to be honest about this. My mother messed mine up altogether. They knew I had bought a ring, and we were eating, and I was going to wait till I think the next day or so. And we're having supper, and have you asked her to marry you yet? Right in the middle of supper. So I had to do it then in front of everybody. But she just...
No, she's not here, Mom. Oh, I'm sorry.
I scratched my head on that, why she would have done that. But she sure did that many, many moons ago. So that was mine. Maybe y'all got some romantic stories out there. I'm sure there's some folks that really go that extra mile to do that special thing to where they'll be able to remember it from now on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surely.
Yeah. Odie's batting 1 out of 10 over. He got some brownie points this morning.
That's right.
I'm trying to look out for you.
I got the right one this time.
Good answer. Good answer.
If I wouldn't have been so dumb 29,
That's questionable.
30 years ago,
Yeah.
then I wouldn't have had that problem.
So you're saying you met her years ago and it took you that long to get it all straightened out?
That's correct.
This is
All my fault.
This is a Casey Kasem moment.
Yeah, we dated
Dear
and
Casey.
broke up and dated, and then 29 years later we get back together.
Yeah.
So it
Works
was just
out.
meant to be, you know. Good Lord said, "Hold on, I got to do some work on you before I get y'all back together."
He's still working. I don't know if you
he's
know
still
that or
working.
not.
He's still working, guys. That's what I like about church. I can go up in there and say, "Lord, I'm back."
Oh, that's right. Brandy, good morning. So glad to see you. It's been a lot of people that, as I said, that on subjects like that have been more than creative. So this old boy didn't work out for him there. We
I
hate
hate
that.
because she'd have rode back on another plane.
You know, I mentioned a moment ago about the lottery. $760 million now.
Yeah,
That's a whopper.
yeah.
And could reach $1 billion before it's over. Let's see. We'll find out who gets it there.
That's right.
Starting to see a few birthdays strolling in. Boy, y'all get them into us if you hadn't listed yours yet. We'd love to have it there.
Well, as far as the lottery, it won't be me. I can honestly
Do you
say
have the same kind
I've
of
yet
luck?
to buy one. No, I've yet to buy one. So I've
Well, yeah,
stayed
you
away
can't
from
win
that.
if you don't buy.
Right. I had that. I guess they've gotten better at processing those, but I was one of those guys that was like, I'm waiting in line at a convenience store for
Yeah.
this. You
Yeah.
know, but they've gotten better at that.
Yeah,
so.
you can walk up now and they can just spit the numbers out to where you did it used to. You had to tell every number.
I just knew that
Yeah,
it
you
was
had
a
to fill
line.
that little sheet out
yeah. So
and
that
give to them. But when we didn't have it here, we had a little lottery group.
somebody drives the state line.
And we would go to Louisiana, and I'd have a dadgum stack of cards, and it would be. I always went. It was the same lady. She'd go, "You're back." And I said, "Yep." She well, let's go to this register.
You sure
over
wasn't the
here.
pool hall down on?
Oh, whoa, wait now. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Hold on.
I saw a video that went viral for a Christmas gift of a fake lottery ticket.
Oh, no.
And he just went to Snapchat with it. Just started going to town, like telling people how he really felt, you know, and all the family could do was just kind of laugh and giggle, and started getting a little further, and then it was finally like, this is
You
a
need to
joke.
stop.
Yeah, right. So,
Now, I've heard rumor that happened to somebody here some years ago they had a newspaper made locally, and they had a newspaper made with the numbers there, and he took it pretty serious there, telling everybody what he thought, and they videoed it. They tell me it's a video of it.
Yeah, I know who's got it.
So there's truth to that.
Oh yeah, because he kept agging. He pulled a prank on somebody that was just dirty. He was one of the. You just did not. He crossed the line. So they said, "Okay, we'll wait."
we'll be talking off air.
And, yeah, and they gave it. He quit his job.
Oh, he ended up quitting his job too over it?
Oh yeah, I mean basically, cussed the man out.
Oh.
Told him what he could do. Drove a company vehicle, kicked the door.
Ooh.
I mean it was bad. Ordered all kind of food for all these people. Oh, it was done. I'm buying everybody this. Oh yeah.
Be cautious. There's folks. Payback is bad. I guess is what the word on that is.
Karma.
Don't be ugly to folks.
I know. I bet you Jimbo McDuffie is going to buy some tickets to this lottery.
Jimbo McDuffie. I don't know.
Yeah,
Who
he races out there.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
And his car
Absolutely.
is $760.
Oh, well, sure.
So-
Makes sense.
He was
probably
the
go
main one. Whenever I'd be a kid out there at
Yeah.
Why Not?
Yeah.
I'd be her age out there watching him race.
Having a good time.
How old is she, Jeff?
I'm 8.
8?
8 years old.
What grade are you in now?
I'm in 4th grade.
Woo, you're getting big on us. I like that smile you got over there. Has Daddy been good this year? Was Santa Claus good to Daddy? No.
Santa Claus wasn't good to me, but was Santa Claus good to you?
Oh, Santa was
Okay.
good over there. We'll have to ask you in a minute there what all you got there, what your favorite thing was.
told
Be
you
thinking on
BS.
that. We'll be right back as we get this morning already 10 minutes into the hour as we get things bundled up, y'all. It's not warm just yet. We're going to have some fun. We'll be right back. Patrick Allen Companies has a wide selection of garage doors that will fit your style, add value to your home, and add curb appeal to your neighborhood. Patrick Allen also has top-of-the-line, energy-efficient replacement windows that will make your home look great while saving you money. We're family-owned and operated, and we take pride in our work. 5305 Highway 145 South in Meridian.
For all your garage doors and replacement windows,
call Patrick Allen Companies.
You buy. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes, with the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian.
For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical. 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian. 601-693-6374.
And welcome back. I don't know if this is romantic, but Debbie tells us her little story there. Miss Debbie Jones said, my husband-to-be and I worked doing yard work, and I went to take a bubble bath. He busted in and asked if I wanted a beer. Now, that's just really romantic there. Go ahead there. I said, yes. He asked if I wanted a candle. I said, sure. And he wanted to know if I wanted to be his wife. A beer and a candle.
I take it you said yes again.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, and then I saw another one. Miss Deborah, you put on here, rest in peace, Uncle Jimmy. Man, I hate to hear that. He was my favorite history professor. And knew him from church. Great man. I am so sorry to hear that.
And we don't know what happened, but condolences are sent on that also.
Yes, it is. But he was a good guy.
Terry Shelton said him and his wife were sitting on the couch, and it was just kind of a slow, subtle movement there. Want to be my wife? Yeah. It's been 17 years.
Hey, what works. That's the main thing. So, yeah. We just... we were dancing, having a drink, and I just, hey, you want to get married? Will you marry me? She said, yeah. I said, okay.
I hate we ain't got it on video to show.
Yeah, I don't even think we got a picture.
Let's go to Highway 492 this morning. This would be just west of Union. As we go there is the Mississippi Highway Patrol and deputies with Newton County Sheriff's Department arrived on scene of a wreck there at White Plains Road. One injury, one person was transported to the hospital. It's a two-vehicle collision, one rollover there. Always bad there. It happened at 3:30 this morning. Wee hours of the morning, most likely somebody headed to work the early shift.
Yeah.
We don't know what caused it, but thank heavens no loss of life in something like that. We did have the report of a rollover accident last night in a neighborhood. As we'll go, and this is
that's a quiet neighborhood usually.
As you go here, this is just like a little three-way right there where you turn there. Happened at Myrtle Drive. So we in the 900 block there. We don't know what caused it. We do know that the driver left the scene and would show back up later with the owner of the car.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can get some more answers on that a little bit later there. So that's the news on that. Now, there's all types of talk as to what happened out at the Loscat prison, the detention center. As we all know, at this point in time, there was a murder. Not a lot of information has come out on this, and probably not a lot is coming out as MBI is now in charge of the investigation. Yeah. They don't give as many details as local law enforcement agencies do. But as we check our arrest reports, this is what you will find in the Lauderdale County Detention Center. How do you pronounce that first name? Caboris?
Yeah, that works for me.
McAfee. He's being held in the Lauderdale County Detention Center. Justin Whips passed away in this. They were both correctional officers at the facility. That's what we know at this point, and full investigation is going to be going on this. As details do emerge from it, we'll pass that along. Lots of speculations. I've gotten a lot of information from behind the scenes, but again, without it being official, I won't go there. But a lot of talk, and as I've mentioned before, it's very hard to get any information out of the prison. As a matter of fact, I can remember having and knowing someone had passed away and making the phone call. Do y'all have someone who's deceased? No. Are you sure? No, I don't know what you're talking about. Well, I'm pretty sure he's dead. That was the conversation, and they denied it. So one would have to go around them to get the truth. I'm glad a third-party agency's involved in this.
Yeah.
And to a degree, does anybody want something negative put out? But when there's death, it needs to come out. When something happens, a prisoner is stabbed or dies of natural cause, whatever the case is, tell the truth, and it shall set you free on stuff like this. Just be honest with the public.
And that's talking to people who are in the know. There's 3 different stories that's taking place. A lot of it overlap, but a lot of different stuff in between that it's hard to come out and say, well, this is what happened out here. So you don't want to put the wrong information out there.
Yeah, so we won't speculate until we get an official word on that. But and this is where, and let me ask Jeff on this since you're a senator here. These are privately owned prisons, but that is also funded by taxpayer money to pay them,
That's
right?
right. So you have DOC overlooking them, making sure that they're doing the things that are right. So, yes, sir. So there will be, it's absolutely where MBI needs to be right now.
Right. And so at some point in time, the Department of Correction should answer for them if the private industry will not give you answers.
Yes, sir.
So that's where we need to take our argument as we get a little bit further into that. So that's where we are on that. We thought you'd like to see a picture of that, of what it is. Now, I got the story on this. I talked to when we showed up down at Marion for the toy drive giveaway.
Yeah.
Me and Ward was talking, and there was a struggle the night before with the deputy. The deputy was a little smaller than the aggressor. As they went to they had a checkpoint set up. Somebody ran, turned their car around. The deputies would get after him, and they got his driver's license, and then a struggle happened. And oh boy, he was a little bit bigger than the deputy, but the deputy prevailed. So good training turned out, and we finally got our Olin Mills photo, I guess is what we'll call that, of the day. This looks more like a Sears picture. It's kind of blurry. But here's our suspect here.
Looks like a child with a crayon.
They got a hold of him with some crayons, that's for sure there. As we'll look at this, on Friday, December the 22nd at 7:40, Lauderdale County deputies were conducting that roadside safety checkpoint at the intersection of Poplar Springs Drive and Bunton Gun Road. Now, where that is by the old E.V. Harrington store, or Plant the Earth now. Right there at that little intersection where the Studebaker truck often sits. You can't miss it there.
Yeah.
As he would turn to flee, and then he jumped out and ran, deputies would catch him. They would look at these charges. Mary Jane happened to be in the vehicle. Whoops. Expired driver's license. Imagine that. Let's see here. No liability insurance. Interfering with law enforcement. Resisting. Obstructing justice. Trafficking controlled substance. That's a naughty one there.
Yeah.
What we got down here, felon in possession of a firearm. We can't have that.
No, he is not in a possession of a firearm because it's against the law.
But here's the next thing. It was also stolen, Odie.
No, it's against the law for a felon to have a gun. He didn't have a gun.
That's right. So you can't have those things.
Golly.
Just ask them out in California. There's no such thing.
Yeah,
as
there's
that.
no such thing.
No regrets.
Absolutely. So he's in the jailhouse now, as Jimmy Rogers. He's in the jailhouse now. Y'all remember that great tune? They often sing it out at Lost Gap.
Yeah.
We had a car chase in the city limits of Meridian yesterday. Also, this is kind of comical to a degree. Somebody reported the car stolen and said, "I'm following it. Here it goes." So here comes the cavalry. Dun-dun-dun. And let's pull this up. This car chase would go down into Tuxedo.
Yeah.
It was all working out for the stolen car driver until he drove into a dead end.
Oh, this road don't go nowhere.
Don't know the mean streets of Tuxedo.
Yeah. If you turn off of B Street, it most likely it goes to the railroad track. There's nowhere to go.
Or either you end up at the scrapyard.
That's true. One of the two places.
One of the two places.
So what do? You run on foot. Well, he was pretty successful at that. He got away. But this is the comical point. Because as I started getting information, I hear, we've got blood out here and it's not the driver. I thought, whoa, something done gone on.
Yeah, why else would he run?
Yeah, and they're saying it's not the driver, but there's blood everywhere. They track it. Do you know what happened? Somebody had shot a deer with a bow and arrow, and it had bled across the road, and they found the arrow of the deer later. But, I mean, can you imagine? You pull somebody over, there's blood all. You would think that something bad had happened.
They was hunting in town.
Yeah, it was just Mississippi is what it was.
Yeah. Well, at least they used a bow. I said, ain't nobody going to call us for a shoot.
No word
We'll
yet.
end up on Scotty Ray.
What time of day was this?
This was, let's see when I posted this. I posted that 21 hours ago. So it was...
Okay, it wasn't spotlight.
No, it was daytime.
Spotlighting with a bow. That's a new one. But for tuxedo, nothing's off
Well,
limits.
Bo and Luke did it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, hey.
So that's what, because I got a lot of questions of who's the police chasing? And that's what that was all about. The owner did get the car back, but to my knowledge, the person who stole it is still at large. That's one of those things there that did happen last night. Up and coming, we got some more. We're going to talk to Jeff about what's coming up. Well, what is it this weekend? The New Year. He's going to tell us all about it next here at the Scotty Ray Report.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
The staff at the Little Griddle in downtown Marion would love to wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Make plans to join the Griddle in 2024 for a great hamburger or anything you might need. Again, we wish you a Merry Christmas from the Little Griddle. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, located at 910 Posey Avenue, has tons of lawnmowers to choose from. A big selection of zero-turn lawnmowers, power washers, and even barbecue grills. Step inside the store and see their complete line of Liberty safes along with those Browning safes. A large selection of Louis Vuitton purses along with satin shirts and bead sets. And tons to choose from for the outdoorsman in your household. And always a great deal on any type of jewelry you're looking for. And a private lobby for pawns for your confidentiality. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn. And welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. We're having fun sipping coffee and just having a great morning.
Yeah.
I got the sweetest message last night from a young lady that watches us and said how she enjoyed the way we delivered headlines and things in the community. And we appreciate each and every one of you watching us each day.
Yes, we do. We couldn't do it without you.
No, sirree,
And
Bob.
there's no sense in talking to ourselves.
No, 'cause
So,
it doesn't work out.
No.
As we all know, 2024 is right around the corner. Here's the man with the plan. Tate's Fireworks. Tell us about what's going on for fireworks season.
Tis the season. Tis the season for fireworks. So we've got 2 locations to serve people for fireworks. We're on the hill behind Family Dollar in Marion, and we're also at the 4-way stop in Collinsville at the old McPhail grocery building. We're there from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. every day from now through January the 1st. And on New Year's Eve, we'll be there until, just
the
until
last
people
customer
stop.
served.
That's right. So, come out and see us. So what we've done in Marion, actually, is we've expanded our store. We now have double the shopping area.
I saw some construction, but then after it was put together, it didn't look like the building
You
had been
can't
touched.
tell. They did a good job. They did a really good job of making it seem like it was all part of the original building. But yes, sir. So we have expanded. We've added an additional 1,600 feet.
Ooh.
But not only just 1,600 square feet were added on, but it really doubled the amount of area that you could shop. And so for anybody out there watching that has been to the store on the 4th of July or on New Year's Eve, you know how packed it can
Kinda
be.
tight.
Yep.
We don't have that anymore. We don't have that problem. So I encourage everybody to come out. We'll be open today, tomorrow, again through the 1st. January 2nd, I'm supposed to somehow be in Jackson and at Marion at the same time.
Good luck on that.
So I don't know how I'm going to work that out. So no promises for the 2nd, but between now and the 1st, we'll be open.
We're looking forward to it. What are the hours again? You get there 10-ish?
10 a.m. And not 10. Well, we get there before 10. We'll be there before 10, but we like to say 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. And look, we're the type. If you get in at 7:59, we're not going to turn one set of lights out or
A lot of
try to
people do
turn the
that.
music off or any of that kind of stuff. We're there until you're ready to leave.
So what is shaping up to be kind of the hot item? What do you, if you're a family and you want something for the family, what do you come
All right,
get?
so here's what's great about Tate's Fireworks is you go in there and you get to see everything that we have on a TV screen. You get to go ahead and see exactly how high it's going, how long it lasts, what color it has, all that kind of good stuff. And so I would say that one firework that I haven't been able to get my hands on in a while, at least not at a decent price, it's a performance piece called Highfalutin. Now, y'all are at the Marion Parade.
Right.
Okay, y'all saw the finale of that parade. I thought it was pretty good. Part of that finale was a firework called highfalutin. With highfalutin, you light one fuse, get 49 aerial shots in the air.
49?
One after the other, after the other, after the other. And last a good while. And again, I thought it was good enough to be part of the finale at Marion. So I think it's good enough to be anybody watching their finale come New Year's.
I like that.
That is pretty neat.
Do y'all still carry the snaps for kids that love to throw them?
100%. Now we've got
what is that called? A popper?
Just bang snap, poppers, snappers. They got a bunch of different names for them, but we have the traditional white throwdown pops that you throw down, you step on, whatever. But now they came out with some that are actually, and people will know what I'm talking about if they've gotten them. They're red. They're about this long. And man, they're loud. It sounds like a little 22 going off.
That's the adult poppers there.
There you go. Got an educated firework man.
Now, I've often heard tell that those little snapping things have been set underneath the toilet lid before.
I wasn't going to say that.
That's what I've been told.
Well, sales on that just went up. Husbands are going to get a box of snappers. Don't get the red ones if you're going to put it under the toilet seat.
That could be bad.
It'll scare something out of you, all right?
Absolutely. Roman candles, that's still a big thing?
Oh, yeah, Roman candles, bottle rockets, smoke bombs. I mean, all the little firecrackers, all that stuff, the traditional stuff. It's funny how I'll have people, in their 60s, 70s walk in and just be like, these fireworks have changed. There has been a lot of change.
And then, of course, sparklers has always been a big thing for kids. People love that. Have the colors changed on that, or is it still just the white look, or have they gotten to where that's just...
we've got every different neon-colored, gold, silver, whatever you want, we've got it.
You can write your name in whatever color you want, not just yellow.
That's exactly right.
I might have pictures of that you doing that, Odie. Again, downtown Marion is where you'll find all of this, and also in Collinsville. It's the old grocery store.
Grocery building, yes, sir. So you'll find Nick Lisi up there.
The judge is going to be the almost judge.
The almost judge. They're going over, he had to take a test.
Uh-oh.
And I don't know, they're not sure. He's like, he sort of passed, but they're just making sure. They're making sure that they're going over the video to make sure he didn't cheat off the person next to him. Yeah. And so he's kind of in limbo, scheduled to be sworn in on the 29th, but, he may not be there.
We're going to show it with some cameras to make sure it happens.
I'll be there on the 20th. I will take time. We'll still have Tate's Fireworks open in both locations. But we will both be there at the courthouse because I want to see that. That's history.
I do too. Yeah. Now, if I'm not mistaken, hadn't they got somebody way up coming over to swear everybody in?
The Supreme Court Justice Kenny Griffiths will be there.
That's a big deal.
That's a big deal. Yeah.
We'll have to take some pictures of this, make a little framed picture there for old Nick.
I had so Judge Buck Roberts is the one that called me to tell me about it, and he said He told me about it, and he said, I don't know what the rest of the county's going to do, but that's what I want to do. And I said, well, that's what I want to do. I want him to swear me in.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
Good. Yeah, it does. I mean, that's a big deal.
What time does that take place? Do you know the time?
I think 1 p.m.
Okay.
I think 1 p.m. I know it's on the 29th.
Tomorrow.
Somewhere in the courthouse.
Friday?
In the courtroom.
And then
I think it is at 1 o'clock.
Then we've got Ward will be sworn in also later that afternoon, I think.
The rest of them, everybody else in your regular county offices will be sworn in tomorrow afternoon as well.
They changed it from the 31st.
Last I heard
they had.
I'm going to pull that up right now.
Check that out. And then I asked Stella, hers is coming up also. She'll be the new coroner. I don't know what we're going to do with all this extra time on Clayton. What he's going to be doing. We've got to check into that, find out what he's going to be doing.
Up here, I hope.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what he needs to be doing.
We'll pick. He'll really mess with your head. You have to watch that man.
Okay.
God bless his wife. Man, Lou, bless you. Odie is checking into our times there. We'll get a 100% on that over the rest of the offices. So where's Sheriff Solly? He could probably throw it off the top of his head at the blink of an eye. Coming up, we're going to go back in history. We're going to test Tate, see how well he knows here on all of this. We love testing you. It's right around the corner.
I'll fail the test.
We'll be right back. Have you seen the selection of cars and trucks at Massey's Supermart Auto Sales lately? How about a Grand Cherokee Jeep 4x4 Limited? They've got that in white and also gray. They have a like new 2021 Wrangler Unlimited 4x4. Or maybe your family needs room. Have you checked out the Ford Expedition lately? 1023 Highway 39 Bypass, Massey Supermart Auto Sales.
The low profit dealer, Massey Supermart.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealer's Barbecue, named the barbecue capital for the state of Mississippi. Whether it's barbecue, wings, or burgers, Squealer's simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealer's are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or a night out on the town. Squealer's Barbecue, the best in fine barbecue.
Have you heard? Broadmoor Wine and Spirits is under new management. Now, they're conveniently located at 4900 Poplar Springs Drive, open Monday through Saturday from 10 until 9 for your convenience. They have such a large selection of wine and spirits. That's mixed drinks, boxed wines, brands that you're familiar with. Our shelves are stocked. Come by and let us earn your business. That's Broadmoor Wine and Spirits, conveniently located at 4900 Poplar Springs Drive. And welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie. Today is Thursday as we head toward the new year.
Oh, man. It is getting closer and closer to where we have to relearn how to write the date.
Oh, yeah.
And put 2024 at the end of it.
So as I like to pick your brain, do you believe in New Year's resolutions, or do you even fool with that anymore?
I don't even fool with it anymore because I lied to myself is what I ended up doing. So I've just decided to say, you know what? I'm not going to do one. But if you do, if you're not a member of church, I ask you to become a member of church and make your resolution to get a better relationship with God. That's one that I've kept.
That is probably the best one that you can have there.
Yeah. Man, it's...
Have we gone over birthdays before we get into this day in history? Have we mentioned those that we've had?
You know, we haven't. And we've got one anniversary right now. Jimmy and DeWanda Page has got an anniversary today. And then we've got Mary Faye Wilson's having a birthday. Tanya Jolly Story's having a birthday. Kayla Shelton's got a birthday. We don't have any age on these folks.
Uh-oh.
But now Jason Bateman is 34 today. Excuse me. But I've got one special, one close to me.
Who's that?
My favorite grandson, Braylon Masson.
You got one, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. That makes him the favorite one.
He's
Let's make sure the other one was okay with this.
He is the big 14 today. So, buddy, I love you. Happy birthday. Can't wait to see you. He is taller than I am. I'm 6 foot, and he's 6'1".
Big old boy there.
Golly. I keep telling him, you got to eat a hamburger or something. Up has got to stop. You got to start going out just a little bit. But, yeah, happy 14th birthday to you, and Papa loves you.
Brandon Summerall having a birthday. We're just getting that one in, so happy birthday.
Yeah.
Coming back from the military, proud to serve. We appreciate that.
Thank you for your service.
Absolutely. As we go back, I'm really going to miss this because this guy always made those cameo appearances in movies.
I watched Spider-Man last night with him in it. Yeah.
Anybody remember the name Stan Lee? Now, as I found out this week, his autograph really isn't worth a whole lot because he signed so many things. How do I know that? Because I watch Pawn Stars.
Yeah.
Chumley said it ain't worth much.
Wow.
Stan Lee has a birthday today. And, of course, he invented Spider-Man. But, as I mentioned, Jeff, do you watch Pawn Stars? You ever watch that?
I used to. I haven't watched it in a while. I know old boy lost some weight.
Yeah.
So I know that much.
Well, here's what caught me off guard. I didn't realize that they had done. They're kind of like doing an Antiques Roadshow edition of this now.
Yeah, I did know that.
Where they go out on the road and you bring it to them.
That would work.
Yeah, I didn't know it. But I always enjoyed those Antique Roadshows. Somebody got something in the attic that's worth something.
You know, I will flip through. It's the only thing on PBS I will watch. And that is the Antiques Roadshow.
Yeah, PBS is... It is not so straight down the middle anymore.
Poor, blind... I'm not going to go anywhere else. Station.
They seem to have an agenda. I think most Mississippians would agree with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's your tax dollars at work. Huh.
It is. You don't see conservatives getting tax money to stay afloat.
No, sir, you don't. This would be the last known picture of this man, a legend, as we get ready for what's coming up 3 to 4 days from now, as Hank Williams would be no more. This is the last known photograph that was snapped of him in existence. Here it is right there.
Wow.
He performed Jambalaya, Cold Cold Heart and Love Sick Blues there. That was in Montgomery where that was snapped. Didn't have his cowboy hat on. As we all know, he would be toted back to the caddy from that hotel. Was he deceased then? They say no. I don't know. He wasn't well enough to walk himself, though.
Yeah.
Now, this guy, we mentioned him earlier in the week about great movies, and what an all-around role model, I think, is what I would call this guy.
I could give him that.
Because I've never seen him do anything wrong, anything bad. And who I'm talking about is Denzel Washington. He seems to be just a straight-up good person. I have nothing negative to say on him.
No, because you don't hear him in the news doing stuff that we shouldn't.
What was the name of the movie that he was in to where his son needed a heart transplant and he was poor and couldn't get anything done, so he decided to take his own life to give his son his heart? Do you remember that?
I remember it.
That was also a good show there.
They wouldn't do the procedure because he didn't have any money.
John Q.
John Q.
John Q.
Off the top of my head. Didn't need any assistance from any technological advice.
Look at that. No Google used at all.
No Uncle Google was asked. Even Freeman says, yep, John Q.
That was a touching show, and as he asked the doctor, he said, if I was deceased, could you use my heart? He goes, well, yeah, I could do it then. And that's why he decided, in the end, the child was saved. But it is a struggle when you don't have insurance and don't have money. You lose your job. Our healthcare system's a mess. And that's what that show was really about in the end there. He was born on this date. We've lost this guy during the middle of that COVID. There was never, I remember Alan Jackson, when he was coming out, they had to step back and go, we can't do this because Joe Diffie's done it. Alan wrote a song about home. Well, so did Joe Diffie. They had totally different meanings, but Joe Diffie's first song was about home, was a swimming hole and a whole lot more. Joe Diffie, born in 58 on this date. Is it cold in here, or is it just you? If the devil danced in empty pockets, he'd have a ball in my pickup truck. And so many more hits that Joe Diffie had. I liked him. Good guy.
Some good tunes.
Actually, we brought him to Meridian with Tracy Lawrence and Mark Chestnut, if you remember that. The Rockin' Roadhouse Tour, if anybody remember going to that. 1971, a fellow Mississippian. And how do you get a smile every day? Well, you got to reach over and kiss an angel good morning.
Yeah, I kiss an angel good morning every day.
No comment. Look at him. He is trying so hard to get brownie points. Have you ever seen this before, Jeff?
What's going on now?
Look, a happy wife is a happy life.
Something's up.
Something. We ain't getting the whole truth here. Odie has been extra double timing over here punching the clock.
I remember this.
I remember this too, and I don't know how I feel about it. You ever have one of those situations to where it's almost tampering into areas where you don't need to?
Yeah.
I also understand that people want children also. I get that. The first test tube baby was born in 1981.
You know,
I don't know what to say about that. Is it a miracle, or is it somewhere we don't need to go? Cloning, that's almost also fooling with things that I think we need to back away from. Definitely on that one. That's my 2 cents.
Brewster knows me too well. He says he's wanting that helicopter. I do. And Alan McGator trying to throw me under the bus for my Christmas gift. I'll give a good one.
What did you get for Christmas?
I got a happy family.
Well, I'm saying, what was it, the gift that you were referring to there?
Oh, that's what Alan McGator said. I don't think Odie did so well with the Christmas gift from Miss Odie.
Did you not do well with her gift?
Yeah. I took good care of her.
Oh, we're not getting anything.
I gave her I didn't. I got her a gift certificate to go get this full body massaging and facial and hair and wig and wag and whatever these women do.
They're not going to hire you to do the description of the commercials there, Odie. There, I want you to know.
Why not? Everybody will remember that. Can I get that wigwam that Odie was talking about?
Well, I'm not, with Angie, she got hers a couple of months ago, I guess. She got a new car, so I kind of counted that as a Christmas present. Can I do that? Because I did it.
Did you get her another tree?
Oh, she bought 12 more herself. Folks, I think she's still putting up Christmas stuff. I really do. She has a problem.
She hadn't got them all out of the box yet.
She never did. You ask her mama. My wife, who has a Christmas issue, just keeps on keeping on hanging stuff. It never ends. 1984, they would finally pull the plug on it. I can remember this as a kid being sick from school and standing there looking at the TV, and it'd come on, The Edge of Night. It finally ended. They took it off the air. Anybody remember that soap opera?
I never watched.
I'm getting a no from Jeff. You don't remember that one?
Wasn't born then.
Yeah. I have no idea what it was about. I just remember the big opening statement, The Edge of Night. No word yet if Mrs. Chancellor went over there. This young lady done great in her part. She grew up to be a big liberal. There's no other way to word it. Anybody remember
had a bad childhood, huh?
Something happened. Y'all remember the show, The Seventh Heaven? Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
The little girl that was on there. She turned out to be major liberal. And then let's talk about dear old dad that was on the show. Isn't he in prison right now?
I don't know if he is or not.
I want to say he is. It had something to do with children and things that you don't do. I think so. I could be wrong. I take it back if I'm wrong, but it seems like in the back of my mind I remember something about that.
Angie said, watch out, because everybody loves my Christmas decor.
They may like it, but you never stop there, honey poo. Y'all, he is in jail. Look here. Let's go straight to Jeff. The on-scene report.
No devices seen here. Just strict. Yeah, from what I understand, he confessed to it.
Yeah. So. He had a moment to where he goes, this is what I done. And naughty with that. But back to my wife. I kid y'all not. I went to bed one night, and I woke up to get my phone, and I grabbed a Christmas tree. In our bedroom, there's 4.
4 Christmas trees?
4 Christmas trees.
We got 5 in the
as you
video.
go in the bathroom where the light switch is, there is a Christmas tree. Each side of the bed, there is a Christmas tree. And I want to say there's one by my closet. Now, I think that's a problem. She does not.
Are they all lit up?
Yes.
When did they go up? That's the question. When did they? Was it Thanksgiving?
She started, way before Thanksgiving.
Way before Thanksgiving.
Way before it. And I told her last week, I said, if you're going to do this, she never enjoys it because she's constantly, I said, you need to start in October if you're going to do this and have it done to where you can look at it one day.
And then don't you have a city too?
Have a what now?
A little mini city?
Oh, yeah, we got the city. She hadn't even went and worked on the city in years. And she has and this is the bad part, and I feel it coming. We don't have all that many outside lights. I got a bad feeling that is coming.
That's you.
Oh, it's because of Larry, my neighbor. He ought to be ashamed. I need to go down and unplug his stuff.
Well, you get those outside lights and you just hang it up. You don't have to take it down. You just don't plug it in.
Unplug it.
1990, what was the number 1 song on this day? Everybody likes this guy. George Strait had the number 1 song with I've Come to Expect It From You. He just has well, he's a gentleman. Let's just put it that way. George is it. I like that a bunch. 1991, as we would look to TV Guide, y'all will remember this guy. He was a part of that old girl that had the nasty mouth, the Roseanne show, John Goodman. Although he did do, and this kind of hits home with you, Jeff, what was the show to where it was about God and the guy in Congress to where the ship was coming toward?
Yeah, the Bruce Almighty or the Evan Almighty.
Yeah, Evan Almighty. Yeah. That was a good show, and he played the senator in it. That may have been kind of bad there.
He played a good Fred Flintstone, too.
I forgot
That's
about
right. Good Fred Flintstone.
Yep.
But Roseanne was not my kind of show. There's a lot of you. As we get into heroes, as childhood heroes, Jeff, who would you say is your childhood hero that you saw on the movie screen that you thought was just the coolest thing there ever was?
I mean, I was growing up while Batman. Oh, who am I thinking of?
Robin. Which one?
No, it was Michael Keaton. You had
Michael Keaton.
You had Arnold Schwarzenegger with like Terminator 2 coming out. That was my coming up.
as things change and what they do, I can remember Matt Dillon being one of the big things on television. Before that, and this guy, you can't help but like him. They went against him and he fought the system. In the end, he would kind of win. They couldn't stop him from doing. He agreed to do one thing. Clayton Moore. Does that ring a bell with anybody?
Hi-yo, Silver.
Away,
Away.
Tonto. The original one, as we look at here. Clayton Moore, who played the Lone Ranger. If you'll notice in this picture here, those glasses, this is what he had to do. He had to he was sued by the movie company for making appearances with the mask on. Can you believe that? They sued him over that? And he fought them. And it went back and forth in court until he finally agreed, I'll just wear glasses. And they dropped the suit against him at that point. They were breaking the man.
That's where America started going backwards.
It is. I can remember as a kid, Paul Harvey talking about it. This was in the 80s and 90s, all that was going on there. But Clayton Moore, he done everything he could for kids. What a good guy he was. Hi-ho Silver. Toted them silver bullets. George Strait would make the news once again in 2002 as, well, I'll leave you with a smile, number one. The reason he's in here a lot, because he's had over 50 number one hits. It's just
He's got a lot going on.
Yeah, he does. George Strait. Like him a whole lot. This name, for you football folks out there, is going to stick out.
Oh, yeah.
Video games and a whole lot more. John Madden passed away in 2020. He was good at what he did. Even better at video games.
Never had
He
any.
made a hard team.
Yeah.
You played football.
Oh,
you
yeah,
go
yeah.
out there and you hit him as hard as you can hit him or don't come back.
And I don't think he had any professional experience as a player,
Yeah.
But
I
he was
believe
able,
you're right, yeah.
But he was able to put it together. Yeah.
So there you go there. He passed away on this date. That kind of wraps up what happened on this day in history. Always something interesting that we remember back of that went on. And as we grow, and you can always learn from history. Always remember that.
So I've never heard this, and I don't know if Levy's just saying this, but Tonto, I guess, an Indian word that means silly sidekick.
Huh, I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
Okay.
But I'm going to stick that back here in this little drawer that I got.
In the back of your head there?
Yep. And keep
Okay.
that. I might need it one day.
Well, we'll find out there. If you've got a birthday or something we hadn't mentioned yet, please send it to us. We'd love to know about it so we can share that with others. So many of you join us from all over the nation each and every day to make this show a success for what it is. And we can't thank y'all enough.
Pulled it up yesterday from right here in the studio. 41 states, 12 countries.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
We are moving on up. Also, coming soon, TikTok.
Well, yeah.
So go on TikTok, find Scotty Ray Report. Go ahead and follow that. But it's on there. It's on there now, but we're not going live yet. But it's coming. So go ahead and follow that on all forms.
We'll have it today on the TikTok side. You can't do that on the Facebook side, but on the TikTok side, what do you do when you go in and you cause a scene at San Marcos Mexican restaurant?
Yeah.
It's taken care of, and you'll be able to see that on TikTok today. Hubba,
You get
hubba,
a few
hubba.
more little things on TikTok
It was
that you don't get on Facebook.
Yeah, it was an education given at San Marcos.
Yeah, what not to
do not be hitting women up in San Marcos Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, too many people.
Like 25.
Don't worry about what the police will do.
But you can watch it all live today. We've got that, not live, but we'll have it there on TikTok if you'd like to see that. Handled and sealed. More coming up as we travel along on this early morning. Patrick Allen Companies has a wide selection of garage doors that will fit your style, add value to your home, and add curb appeal to your neighborhood. Patrick Allen also has top-of-the-line, energy-efficient replacement windows that will make your home look great while saving you money. We're family-owned and operated, and we take pride in our work. 5305 Highway 145 South in Meridian.
For all your garage doors and replacement windows,
Call Patrick Allen Companies.
You buy. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes, with the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian.
For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical. 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian. 601-693-6374.
And welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. We need to talk about a guy that stays busy this time of year.
You know, there's deer that's out moving around, and they're always on the side of the road or crossing the road.
And they really like Chevrolets for some reason.
As long as they don't stay with a Ford.
Well, it's a Chevrolet. Let's get it.
Yeah, well, my Ford's not on the road yet.
It ain't been on the road in a year.
6 months. July.
But if you have a fender bender with a animal, preferably those, what we're talking about, those deer, they'll put it back together for, and it happens so commonly. You know, here's a look at one that's been dented up there. It'll happen before you know it. Matter of fact, one happened this morning out on Highway 39. They run out. There's nothing you can do. The colder the weather is, the more they get, well, just stirring around.
Yeah, they want to warm up too, and they're not going to just throw a cheap part.
No,
they're going to put the OEM on there. They're even going to work with your insurance company to get this done and get this done right. All you got to do is call and say, hey, look, I need you to get my car. You do the work, and you go home and sit back and take it easy, because he's going to do the work, take care of it, work with the insurance company. And when you get that car back, it's going to look like it did the day you got it off the showroom floor.
Check them out. They'll help you out there. As we've had our special guest in this morning. Jeff, did you dig up, Tonto, did you dig up the meaning of that?
Wild ones.
Wild ones.
And it looks like, and your one of your viewers is the one that corrected. So John Madden, he was drafted, but it looks like he was just on the practice squad. But so he was good enough to play in the big leagues, just because of injury, never did.
But he ended up being a great coach and been on to
100%.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the All Madden team was a thing when I was growing up. That was more important than getting
I mean,
on the
after
Pro
he
Bowl.
was a coach, he had a huge part in football.
And all you take my generation, growing up, whether you had your Super Nintendo, your Xbox, your PlayStation, whatever, you bought Madden 01,
Did
Madden
he have
02.
anything to do with Mississippi?
Not that
I can't think
I
of
would
it.
have sworn that way back, maybe it was just something at the Silver Star that the chief had invited me and Debbie up years ago for something with John Madden, and I guess it was just making an appearance, and that we went up for that. Chief Philip Martin. That's been so long ago I can't remember.
That was, you done slept since then.
Yeah, I have. But it was something. I remember going to it. I just I guess he made an appearance at the casino or something.
Well, used to there was always something going on at the casino.
Yeah.
It was constantly somebody coming or something going on. And now it's, I feel better if I just drive by and throw money in the donation bucket.
Oh, let's see here. Let's see. He wouldn't fly, so his bus came to the casino, I believe.
Madden
All right,
used to
Alan
announce a
McGator.
game.
Okay, that's what it was. Oh, all right. I am not losing my mind.
Not all of it.
It's bits and pieces. I have to scratch my head there. And for those of you who don't know our special guest, let's put the camera back on him there.
Yeah.
And, we haven't introduced your special guest that you've got over here with you.
Well, tell them who you are.
My name is Caroline.
Well, aren't you just beautiful,
Look at
Miss
that
Caroline?
beautiful
Where do you go to
smile.
school, Miss Caroline?
I am homeschooled.
We're homeschooling this
Yeah.
year. So she goes 2 days a week to Meridian Class School, which is a alternative type of homeschooling.
Right.
And so anyway, so that's what we're doing this go round.
Well, what was your big Christmas? What did Santa bring you that you really, really liked this year?
He bring me rope lights that I can put all around my room.
Oh,
outta
rope
here.
lights got the
That's nice.
got the ambiance going on, different colors and all that good stuff.
You know more about it than I do. I didn't.
Got grandkids.
I knew what she got, but I didn't know what it was called.
Yeah, grandkids.
That was Santa, not me. So there you
And,
go.
and for those who don't know, Jeff is a senator, and you represent our district here. And man,
Yeah, so people ask me, so what do you do for a living? I start off with fireworks, work into crawfish, Talk about sod and sheetrock.
Yes,
Then
sheetrock.
last we'll get into the whole senating thing, 'cause that's the last thing you want
I can't count the times I've called Jeff to ask him something. He was, wait a minute, I'm picking up some sheetrock. Hang on. You don't hear that from a lot of senators.
Well, that's, no rest for the weary. What can I say?
Then you go back January 2nd. You go
That's
back
right.
to work
So
at the state.
January 2nd, high noon, we do our swearing in, and then we get back to it. It'll be a 120-day session, which means we'll go into May. And, who knows what all we will tackle this session, because it's brand new leadership. It's brand new who's going to be over what committee, chairman, and all that. So until that's announced, you can do all the preparations you want. It'll all be in vain till you know who is in what position.
Oh, man. It's going to be a fun time.
Now, this week you're wearing your 299th hat, as you'll be Mr. Fireworks.
That's right. So we've been there for the last couple of weeks. So in the state of Mississippi, it's legal to purchase fireworks from December 5th through January 2nd. So we're there. We're there from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. every day between now and January the 1st. Like I said, I have to be in Jackson on January the 2nd, but I'll find somebody to cover for me. Caroline will probably be on the register.
Yeah,
She's been on the register so far for the last couple of days at least. And she'll be there today. So if you come in, you'll see Caroline. She'll be the one ringing you up unless you're.
Oh, you've already got her at the register?
Oh, she's at the register. We saw what they did at Seafood Express, where they had a little girl on the cash register, and I said, that's what she's going to be when she becomes a kid.
And speaking of that, Caroline, we have gotten tons and tons of comment this morning just how beautiful you are.
Yes.
Talking about that smile a lot.
That's right. They like that smile.
What's something else you got for Christmas that you like?
I got new nail polish.
Nail polish.
Yeah. All right. Hey, how about this? Tell them a couple of your favorite fireworks and why you like them.
I like Lace Impulse because it has like after they
All right, so Lace Impulse. I know I can help you out. So Lace Impulse, this is one of those where you light one fuse, you get a bunch of shots up in the air.
Yeah.
And after they explode, what she really likes about them is it kind of like lingers in the air, this light. And it's like these ashes that are still lit up, they just kind of linger into the air. What's another one that you like?
I like Chameleon 2000 because it changes color like a chameleon.
So this is one where you light one. It's not just a burst with one color, another burst with another color. Literally each burst, as it's happening, changes color as that spark gets warmer and cools down. So you get a bunch of different colors in the air. Yeah, so that's a couple of real popular ones that I feel like we will definitely sell out of.
Well, we're looking forward to that. And again, give us some hours and locations so everybody kind of know where to come to.
So, four-way stop at Collinsville, McPhail Grocery Building. That's where we are at Collinsville. And then on the hill behind Family Dollar, right behind the Cefco, we're there from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. in Marion.
Senator Jeff Tate will be back with more Scotty Ray and Odie. If it's crossed your mind about a new tractor, visit my friends at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 here in Collinsville. They got any style, any size that you're looking for. And right now, you can take advantage of getting a new tractor, a trailer, and a bush hog, all for $31,000, 0% interest for 84 months. Yeah, 0% for 84 months. Also, a great service department to work on any tractor that you have. From bush hogs, disc, and tillers, see it all at Freeman Tractor, Highway 494 in Collinsville. Greg's Fireworks in the Clarkdale community is celebrating over 25 years in business. They're open daily through January the 2nd now with the lowest prices and the largest selection around. Family owned and operated with great customer service. And it's comfortable. Heat and air conditioning, depending upon the day. From 500-gram cakes to sparklers for the kids. Bring in the new year and Christmas with Greg's. 5169 Highway 145 South in the Clarkdale community. You gotta go to Greg's. As the seasons change, so do your clothes, and Garrett Sports Center on 8th Street has exactly what you need. Habo shirts, long and short sleeve, also Hulk shirts, and America's favorite brand, Carhartt, whether you need work pants or slacks for church. And nothing lasts like a pair of Carhartt overalls. Maybe it's a set of boots that you need. From box to lacrosse, they have the boot for you. And as hunting season rolls in, they have all the camouflage you need and toboggans to boot. Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Best Sadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your tractor, your motorcycle, or even that lawnmower. They can custom design whatever it is you need. Quality work, trustworthy, Best Sadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954. And welcome back as we go to Clark County for our next, subject. We had an incident there yesterday, and whenever you hear there's a log truck and there's a pickup truck, it usually is not good.
No.
We're glad to report that it was only minor injuries involved this as we show Anthony on the scene there. He's got a little liquid paper there because they hadn't been able to come up with a badge yet that's got his name. He's been kind of putting it over.
Yeah. They're
Todd's
working
name.
on it. They're working
You know,
on it.
he's running for a second race. Him and Nick Lisi are running to who has the biggest, grin, smiling all the time. It's tough. I don't know who to choose. I don't know who to vote for on
Both
that
of them
one.
grid.
Yeah.
But again, fortunately, nobody was hurt there. Thank goodness on that. Not often that we can report things like that as they come to it. We also had an incident there near Esco yesterday as we pull up here to take a look of an accident that happened there as we see deputies on scene of a car wreck there, ambulance on scene. You see the front of it a little there. Nothing major, but it was an accident. And we've got a couple of people that we're sending that are missing. If you happen to see them, one from Tupelo here that could be in the Meridian area as we share this. They've got a reward out.
Yeah.
Been missing since December the 17th. We also have another young man that was visiting Meridian that is also missing. His name is Morris Williams. He was last seen on Christmas Eve. Here's a picture of him here on the back of a truck. If you've seen this young man, his family is wanting to know where he is also.
Yeah.
As we find out more information on that, we'll pass that along.
And we
Now-
still got the missing dog.
Yep, here she is. She is still missing from the car wreck that happened the other day. If you happen to see her around mile marker 145 coming in Meridian, about 4 miles south of town, call us, inbox us, and we'll get somebody to get the pup and get in touch with the owner.
Yeah. If you can, if you see the pup on the side of the road, and instead of just calling us, if you can, stop and try and get the dog and comfort the dog, so when we get there, we're able to pick the dog up. But very nice dog, sweet dog, 2 or 3 year old, named Marley. Doesn't necessarily. Somebody had posted a question on one of the pictures on Facebook that says, "Look, I saw a dog that really resembles this. It's in Tumsuba. Is it possible?" It's possible.
Anything
because
is.
this dog is scared. It's not from here. It was in a bad wreck, and it got out and ran. And it could be, look, I'm not from here, and I got to go somewhere, so I'm walking somewhere. And to cover a good chunk of ground, it is possible.
It very is. Now we go to Union next, and this is a emotional support pup that is missing that we want to put. Also, bulldog type dog. As we see this, and again, this is an emotional pup that helps out the owner there. If you happen to see, and this is around Union, Mississippi, Newton County. If you happen to see this one also, get in touch with us. Jody would love to hear from you. The sheriff there, he would help out with that as well in Newton County. So a few of the things of missing items and missing people that we have reported to us this morning there. We've had a great time with Jeff being in with us this morning as we
appreciate it.
picked on him a little bit there. This was brought up in the comments there about the bill that got passed for the police and fire. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so that was a local and private bill, and I'm on the local and private committee. So what we had is we had a bill, I believe it was the 2021 session, Meridian police and Meridian firefighters from years back, they're under their own retirement system, not the state retirement system. And under their retirement system, there was no COLA, there was no cost of living adjustment with their retirement. So whatever their retirement was, back in the 90s, it stayed that way.
With no chance of ever going
everything
up.
else going up. So what we were able to do is pass a local and private bill that was able to give our firefighters and our policemen of Meridian that were retired to be able to have that cost of living adjustment. So I think it was a good bill. I'm glad we were able to get it out and got it out. I'm pretty sure it was unanimous. I can't think of any real opposition against it. It was just something that wasn't really looked at. I don't know why anybody never gave it any attention, but my
First
second year
raise in
we
20
did that.
years.
Yes, sir. So
You know, that's a big deal.
It is, and I know they're tickled.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So it's not a lot of folks because many of the people that retired are now under the state system.
Correct.
But we're talking about those that probably deserve it the most. I mean, we're talking about that generation before of the ones that really that
Well, that's their
worked
income now.
hard.
That's
right.
that's all they have to live on.
Yes, sir. And the cost of everything is just went up. There's no doubt about
From
it.
groceries to gas. All happened about that last election there.
Ooh, why don't the sheriff department have radar guns?
I have no answer for that.
Is it a state law that sheriff's departments can't have it, or is it the sheriff's
From what I
discretion?
understand, it take legislation for that to change. We've
Yeah.
got, I think, 2 counties that are able to do it, and it was really passed again by local and private, where a county thought that they could. You'd have to ask Sheriff Solly. He could tell you because he told me the story how there's one county that by an accident through a bill was able to purchase radar equipment, and then it would all be for nothing. And so there was a local and private bill that allowed for that county alone to be able to
But
run
city
radar.
can have them.
City can have them, right?
Okay.
City and highway.
Thought it was that way. Jeff, we can't thank you enough for coming in and spending
Now, I
a little bit of
appreciate
time.
you. Thank you.
Caroline?
I know she appreciates it.
Yes,
We appreciate you so much. Love that smile.
she's got it.
Yes, sirree. As the weekend comes, don't forget to drop in and see Tate's there for all your fireworks needs. You might need a thing or two there.
Might need a thing or two.
All right, it's up for us. We're a little overtime
Golly.
today.
That's all right. We like going a little over because we want to make sure that we get as much information out there as we can. But one thing we can't tell you enough of, and that is to build that relationship between you and Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. And you can start a new year off right. Find you a church. Be glad to have you at mine, but any church that you can go to, because that man can save your life, come into your heart, forgive you of your sins, and keep you walking for everlasting life. Thank you for joining us this morning. We couldn't be here without you. We love you. We miss you. Until tomorrow, we'll see you again.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.